What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson, and want to start doing a full-length review of the whole season of She-Hulk. I really liked the first episode. I liked how she starts off by being a lawyer, and the lawyer, or basically the secretary, basically telling her, do you want to Hulk out? So she kind of does that flashback and says, well, yeah, I'm a Hulk now. You know, a couple months ago, let me explain. So they go to the opening scene where the car crash because of the space crash, as she likes to call it. But I can't wait to address that, because that to me is going to open up for World War Hulk. Finally be getting a Hulk movie in the MCU, and I feel like that's going to be in Phase 5, as he can probably be a baddie, but an anti-hero, because it'll probably unlock his actual Hulk self, and his Hulk will probably freak out, you know, once they go through that storyline. So, if fast forward to the car accident, she's pulling him out, and he's keep telling her, like, no, I'm bleeding, no. And she gets this cut trying to get out, and Bruce Banner's blood goes into hers. She becomes the Hulk. Now, I love how they do like the little quick, and then she goes off and kind of like Twilight or Moonlighter, and just, you know, hulks out, and then she just wakes up in the middle of nowhere and tries to go to the bar and trying to gather herself. And as she's leaving out, like, hey, I called, you know, so-and-so, and the guys outside the bar is like, man, come talk to us. You already know the guys start hitting on her, start messing with her. And she hulks out, scaring the living daylights out of those guys. And then Hulk just comes in, tackles her, and then she wakes up in Mexico. And basically that was what we've got from this trailer, from the trailers, from all the vignettes, from the featurettes of this first episode of her, Bruce Banner trying to get her to understand that your life is different now. As She-Hulk, you need to understand what it means to have all this power. And the thing I loved the most was he was trying to, like, hey, look, you're going to freak out. It's going to flash out, because been through 10 to 15 years of this, trying to fight the other side of me and trying to get control of, you know, trying to merge us two together so I can be, you know, more capable and more conscious. And just on her first try, she, you know, when she pushes the door open, throws the door, and and he's like, Jen, he kind of, it made me laugh, because he's like, easy girl. She's like, why you, she starts talking to him like, why are you talking to me like I'm a wild horse? And he was like, wait, what? Like, Jen, are you fully in there? And that's why I tell myself this is where it's going to get fun, because he calls himself Smart Hulk and she says Smug Hulk, but it's Professor Hulk in his form, and you have Jennifer Walters just as She-Hulk. So I'm telling myself she has a lot more grasp of being a Hulk than him, like, you know, bypass all the, she can still do it, but she has full control of when she's in that form. So this is going to be interesting and entertaining, because, like I said, it's going to open up World War Hulk. Even the best part of this episode is when Bruce Banner and Jennifer Walters fight. They fight, and you just see them go at it when he does the Hulk clap, and she just kept like, and it was messing with him. So I'm just telling myself that was fun to see and watch, and see them really go at it, because you could tell Bruce is holding back, but he's kind of like, yeah, it's a lot more stuff you need to learn. But with her, she's a fast learner, can learn on the fly, and does a lot more agile, a lot more things than he can imagine. So I would love to explore the powers of Hulk in this. We've seen Hulk, and, you know, with the Eric Bana, I think 2003, 2004, we've seen the Hulk with Edward Norton Jr. and Abomination with Tim Roth. But we haven't seen the full Hulk powers of what he can do. I loved when he threw that rock and he was like, and it went to like in another stratosphere. And I was like, dang, I would love to explore the powers of Hulk, but for now, I love the fact that we have this show and it's only like 35, 36, 37 minutes of runtime for an episode with 9 episodes, and we're going to see how much we can do with this. And a lot of people bashed it, you know, basically saying it's not really a good TV show, or it's basically mediocre. And a lot of people who watched the first 4 episodes are kind of like, if you're into that fourth wall breaking type of comedy, like Deadpool-esque, you're going to love it. If not, it's not going to be really for you. It's going to be more of the Thor Love and Thunder type of thing. And don't get me wrong, I love Thor Love and Thunder. It was just kind of more campy than usual. I wish it took a little bit more serious tone than it did. And if this is going to be no different from that, then I'm kind of like, yeah, I wish it would have took a little bit more serious tone than it will. Still can't wait for Daredevil to enter. I know probably the first 4 episodes he's not going to. Probably like the 5th or 6th episode he probably will. That's why, you know, everyone got those first 4 episodes. So, but for right now, I'm really entertained. And I'm excited that we have this. That's just where I am with it right now. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters. I want them to really watch it, to be like, yeah, Hulk out. You know, I want them to see themselves other than, you know, the background or the secondary, where you see this woman that can, you know, have immense power, and you could just do the same thing as boys do and just kind of Hulk out. So I like it. I really give this episode a 9 out of 10. I love the callbacks with Tony Stark and talking about Captain America, and you saw like the Iron Man head that he had in there. You know, I was basically saying that, you know, me and Tony Stark built this, but he was kind of clamoring over Steve Rogers at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I really enjoyed this episode with the small callbacks. And even the post-credit scene when they're drinking and she's kind of faking drunk and she was like, Captain America, fuck! And it cuts off. And I was just like, okay, yeah, I like to see where they're going with this, because she even introduces a little bit more cursing, like bullshit and, you know, stuff like that. So I liked where we're going with this as a TV show. So, you guys enjoyed my review of episode 1 of She-Hulk. Subscribe to my channel. Post comment down below. Like the video. It's your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.